Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the case may be, wherever you're tuning in from. Yes, people of Anfield Index might be thinking, hold on a minute, Grizz Khan saying that line. Isn't that Dave's line? Dave who does Daily Reds, Dave who does everything on. He's actually on holiday at the moment. Thank God he's out of my ears and hair. Um, that's actually not Dave's line. That's actually my line. So when Dave does come back, I will actually ask him. I have got copyrights to that. So I don't know where he nicked that from. Well, I don't know where he nicked it from. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the case may be, wherever you're tuning in from. That was Chris Khan's line. You understand? You better be understand. People, it's been a while. Red Room is back. We've missed you. Hope you've missed us. Um, we took a week off, I think. Yeah, 1 week in between. And obviously we know what the reasons for that I took it off was for the tragedy that occurred a couple of weeks back now, 10 days ago or something like that, 12 days ago. Um, but Liverpool played football over the weekend, and if the players themselves and the coaches and everyone else involved were out there, I feel as though we should be out there as well. So we're back. Red Room is here. Hope you guys are well. As you can see, I have squad. I have the squad here, as Rafa Benitez used to say. I have Lewis beyond the cop, who's on every stream, you name it. Guy is working overtime. I think you had a haircut, Lewis. Can you
tell?
elaborate?
You can see the
Can you elaborate?
Mo Salah coming through. Gonna need some work on that soon.
Excellent, excellent. The most Salah coming through. That's it, man. Off to Turkey soon.
Mate, get me on the plane. I'm there in a heartbeat.
Good. We've got Mo in the building. Welsh Mo's in the building. How we doing, Mo? You okay?
Yeah, all good. Can't wait to get going. Can't wait to start talking all things Liverpool.
Good. You will never walk alone. Foodie is in the building. Good evening, gents. Looking forward to the discussion tonight. So, I'm not gonna lie. And someone I like discussing it with is Mike. Mike's in the building as well. Mike, how are you?
Yeah, boys. Yeah, no, I'm really well, thank you. I was a little bit sick this morning, but the Isaac news helped clear the nose and throat pretty quick. So I won't say anything more. Sorry.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a cure-all.
I like it. So you wasn't feeling.
You know what?
By the way, guys, Lewis pulled out. Mike pulled out. Sorry, Mike wasn't going to come on today. All right. But now we know the reason why he is on, because the Isaac news has cheered him up.
You know what it was? You know what it was? You know what it was? This morning I woke up. I wasn't feeling great, but I was like, yeah, I'll be there. And then obviously I was like, actually, I can't make it, whatever. We sub someone in. And then the Isaac news came out, and I had to do a video for Anything Liverpool for that. And while I was making it, I was like, I actually feel really good now. I don't know whether it's the euphoria. I don't know what it is. But I feel ready to talk about it. So when you and Ben asked me, I was like, yeah, I could definitely do it,
It's definitely the euphoria, isn't it, Ben? Euphoria around Liverpool started off with an absolute bang. The window, the signings, the three brilliant signings got us all excited and gassed. And then we were hit with one of the worst bombshells. People always want a bomber, but they don't want a bomber like what we received in the last couple of weeks. That was one of the most horrific bombers that we've, as Liverpool fans, have had to deal with. But no one really knows when it's a good time to be normal again. And I don't think we're going to be normal again for a fair bit. But it was good to see some sort of normality back, wasn't it, with Liverpool playing football?
Yeah, and today as well, I don't know if you guys follow the socials. The boys look... Obviously, they'll never be over it. It's their friend, it's their brother, it's their teammate. But it looks like they've sort of got that game out of the way, which was always going to be the first, big hurdle of the process. And now, you see him smiling and stuff. You see Salah with a smile on his face, Florian Wirtz with a smile on his face. And I felt for those new signings because moving to a new club, especially the goalkeeper, Mamadashvili, he's completely on his own. He's got no national team friends. He's got nobody that he knows here. And that is by far the worst circumstances you can move to a new club in. And I think it's the right thing to give the clubs so much credit for dealing with it the way they have, which they were always going to. The players, the backroom staff, all of those guys. And like Slot said, I think he's given the players the choice whether to train or not. And he said it's up to them whether they laugh, whether they cry. Whether they're happy, whether they're sad, is completely up to them. So I think that obviously trickles through to the fans and to us here right now. I think it was absolutely the right decision for you to take some time off, mate. Unfortunately, it was my birthday the day after Jota passed away. So for me, it was like just a roller coaster of emotions. I've gone from the lowest of the lows to, my family trying to hype me up. And it's like, that's the last thing I want to think about, to be honest. But we're here now. We'll never get over it. But like we said on Twitter, Grizz in the week, we can walk on through it. And all of us here together, the guys in the comments and at the ground and all of that, we will do our best to navigate through this situation.
Do you know what? It was very well said, and like I come to you, Lewis, and when we talk about Jurgen Klopp, and I'm actually, guys, I swear to you, I'm a fucking grown ass man, right? I've got goosebumps, and while I'm talking to you guys, and the hairs, many hairs on my back, are all standing up when I'm thinking about how Jurgen Klopp would have reacted in this situation. And then you think to yourself, no one could have reacted like that. No one as good as Klopp in those kind of situations if he had to deal with that kind of tragedy. But then Arne Slot spoke, and he made us feel, I don't know about you guys, but he made me feel so good. And he's the one who actually got me out of my slumber, depression. I couldn't talk about football. I was grieving, man. I was like proper down and out. But just listening to Slot speak about the whole scenario and situation got me going again. I don't know how you feel.
I mean, it's such a world we live in where someone who you admire on a weekly basis and someone who you idolize and think that you never expect the euphoria of seeing them play and providing you with those moments that it's ever going to end, and just that, like it's life, something that we can take for granted a lot, and it can be over in a flash, and it makes you take stock of everything. And I think that what Ben said there about it's people have come into this team at a time where things seem at the lowest, but in actuality, I think this could be a true representation of us as a family, not as a football club, but as a family. We're showing togetherness. We're showing that, like we've shown in the past, when things are at their worst and things are at their bleakest and deepest, that we unite and we come together greater than anyone on this planet can. And in the midst of tragedy, there's been such an outpouring of love and emotion. And every single day that I get to live and breathe and support this club and see this club play, I'm proud, and I'm so happy to be Scouse. I'm so proud to be part of this community and this family that we've all been a part of for our whole lives almost. And there's no right or wrong way to deal with grief, but I think the way that Slot has expressed his emotion, the way he's come in a time which has seen him go through tumultuous terrain, contract issues, title pushes, restrictions in transfers, and every single task that he's been faced with and every single obstacle, he has gone through it with flying colours. And I think he's perfectly conveyed how we as a fan base have felt. And I am so proud to bleed red and be part of this club, especially in these past few weeks. And Jota would not want what happened to him to become a deterrent. He would not want it to be a source of negativity. He would want to be remembered in the best way possible by us pushing through it together and showing love and affection to one another and going on and pushing on. And we saw that against Preston. We see it day in and day out. Those lads smiling and carrying on with their lives. The best way to honour Jota is to live your life and to be a great person and a great family man. And I think that every single person in this club and fan base and in this team is doing that on a daily basis. So I'm so proud to be a part of this family every single day at the minute.
Huge shout out and respect to Preston as well, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was impeccable. I don't know if any of you went. Do I know any of you that went? But sort of from viewing it, Mo, it was impeccably arranged, organized. No one really knows how to handle these kind of situations, and you hope to God that you don't have to handle a lot of these or many or these situations ever again. But it seemed as though it was just so beautifully organized and arranged, right? And respect was out of this world.
Yeah, and like Ben said, credit to Preston for doing such a wonderful job. It came across sincere, real, and you could see there was so much emotion, not just on the pitch, but in the ground itself. And different kind of energy. It's hard to explain, I guess. But look, they were professional. Both sets of players. They both didn't let the event get to them of what's happened, and they both went out and did a job. And at the end of the day, despite what's happened, I'm not saying there's no timeline. It could take a week, it could take a month, it could take years. But unfortunately for us, football doesn't stop. Football continues, and the football world, clubs around us, they continue. So we have to, pick ourselves up. And I think that was a really good start with the Preston game. They showed maturity. They showed, great football was played, and the celebrations were all dedicated. So all in all, it was a really good. And touching on what Ben said earlier today, watching the Anfield inside Anfield training video, it gave me a lot of confidence. I thought to myself, okay, yeah, because I think we're all worried it's either going to go, one or two ways. It's going to hit them, and we're going to really start really bad, or it's going to galvanise them. I just got the feeling after watching that video today. I know it's early doors, but I got the feeling it's going to galvanise them, and I just you can see the team spirit there, and the new ones are bedding in it already. With Jeremy, being a laugh that he is. So yeah, I'm coming out of today feeling a lot more normal.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what Slot said, didn't he? Mikey, I don't know your views and how you felt the last couple of weeks and how you felt now, and how you
Yeah,
feel.
I
Just
mean,
wanted to get your thoughts as well.
yeah, I mean, listen, I think everyone's covered it really well. I think it's hard to, it's a hard one really because it's like when you see someone you've grown up watching on television, whether it's in movies, music, or football, whatever you're really attached to, and and they pass. It's a very hard thing to explain because you haven't met the person, but you've got to know them so well. Like Jota, whether it's been interviews, whether it's been inside training, whether it's been on the pitch, through celebrations of a goal or reaction to going behind, there is a connection that you build there because they represent the club you love, they represent the city you love, and it's a very hard thing because it's what is that relationship? Is it parasocial? Is it more than that? And it's a hard thing to kind of wrap your head around. And what I will say is I struggled to find the right words when talking about it because at the end of the day, he's clearly a phenomenal guy, a massive family man, and he's someone that the players are going to miss. I really think the players, the coaches, and the family, obviously the family first, and the kids, they are the priority over everything. Like they knew the man in ways that we will never know him. And I can only really hope that we have people inside the club, whether it's therapists, whether it's just care work in general for the players, for the staff, for the coaches, for the kitchen ladies, whatever it may be, and just to make sure people are looked after. Because I think, I can't speak for any of you guys, but I know when you experience loss, people all deal with it in different ways, whether it's positive or negative, and it goes on for a lot
100%.
longer than a couple of weeks, So I just really hope that everyone in the club, and of course the family first, gets the care and the love that they need for months and years ahead.
Yeah, no, well said, all of you guys, and I share those sentiments. But as I said, we took I think we all agreed we took a week off last week, but we're back. Liverpool are back, and football was back. And Ben, let me just address a few. Welcome everyone who's joined us today. Thank you very much for joining us. You already know the house rules. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. PID's in the building. He says, "Come on, people, smash the likes," and he's got a couple of Swedish flags. My resident Elvis Presley lookalike Ganto's in the building. He goes, "Big up Grizz and panel on the chat. When you getting your channel back up and running?" This week, promise you, this week. And then Ganto agrees with you. Says 100%. Mike, priority is the family, then support for all the staff of the accent. And look, Ben, it's true. Like I struggled watching Mo and Virgil be distraught. That made me worse. It made me feel even more emotional when I saw the players because, like you said, they're brothers, man. They're family. They're brothers. They're teammates. They're just soulmates. Like they see each other day in day out. And suddenly not having Jota, there must have been. I don't know. I have no words. But today, watching them play football, got me a little bit back in the sort of groove and mood, so to speak, to talk about it. And I guess, we've got to talk about the friendly. First preseason in the can. Preseason friendly in the can. 3-1 to Preston. Overall thoughts? I thought the lads looked right. It looked a bit I thought it was going to be a non-event from a football point of view, but it was okay.
Yeah, I think first of all, credit for the lads for getting out there, because I think all of us here would agree if they decided that they didn't want to play it, we wouldn't we wouldn't have anything against that. I wouldn't have wanted to play it in those circumstances. So fair play to them all for getting out there and doing the professional job which they do. I agree with you, Grizz. I thought it was a lot better than it could have been. Because I didn't know how it would affect them, how it would affect their performance. I didn't know how much they trained, fitness-wise, where they're going to be. I thought it could be a bit all over the place, to be honest. But no, you're right. I think they did a really good job to just sort of kick things off, but not give too much away, not do too much in the first game, but sort of go out there, show, what we can do, what we might be doing next season. Obviously, a few standouts, which we'll get into, but Rio was probably the main one. I think it's not really a surprise to us because we've all seen the clips. I was at the Accrington Stanley game when he played that game, and he was really good then as well. The kid's dynamite. You can see he's got immense talent in his feet. The ball sticks to his feet like glue. And it's crazy to think he's not even 17 yet as well. But he's obviously the main standout in the first half. But yeah, I think overall as a team performance, as far as the preseason goes, the first one where they've all been away, they've all been doing different things, and then obviously with the circumstances we're in, they're a really good job. And Gio Mamadashvili, that when he came out to punch that ball away, I felt like that was a moment where we're like, yeah, you know what, we've got this crazy absolute mountain of a man here, which is probably going to spark conversation as well, because I've got a little theory of what might happen in the not too distant future with the goalkeeper.
Hit us with it.
I feel like this could be Alisson's final season. I really do. I feel like he'll play under Alisson for a season, and then I don't know why. It's not based on anything. It's just an instinct to have. I feel like Alisson might go next summer, but that's for another discussion. Frimpong was decent. Kirkes looked very good. I feel like when we master those little 1-2s, that one moment where he gives the ball to Gakpo and Gakpo overhits the pass. But once we nail that, it's a different sort of fallback to what we've been used to last season. I feel like we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Obviously, there's the question marks over the defense and how we're going to defend teams when they do that to us. But at least going forward, we look like, probably the most dangerous team in the league. And we knew that anyway from winning it. But yeah, a lot to be excited about. Obviously, we've not been seeing the main man that we've signed so far, because there could be another one coming in, which we'll get onto. But we've not even seen Florian yet, which again is the most exciting thing for me.
Lewis, anything stood out to you? We're not going to go through sort of events of the game as such and, sort of situations, but, a couple of nice goals, a couple of emotional celebrations. What was your main takeaway from the two, obviously the two different halves of sets of players as well?
I just agree with everything that Ben said, to be honest. This very easily could have been a case of fatigue setting in. This could have been emotional drain. We could have seen a very poor full 90 minutes. And in all honesty, a lot of credit does need to go to the lads who, even the new signings, they've come in and they fit in perfectly. I thought Jeremy Frimpong, we saw his strengths on full display. His pace is ridiculous. Like, he looks like a real threat going forward. He looks capable defensively. Kirkes throwing himself about like it's no one's business. They're setting a standard, I think, and they've come in with the full intention of, we're not here to go for rotation. We're not here to go for fighting for the first team space. We're here because we want to be first teamers. And they made a great account of themselves. It was great seeing Mamadashvili in there. Honestly, as well, the biggest takeaway, and I know that we keep circling around it and we'll get back to it, is how much Núñez was able to sort of change the narrative around him, even if just for a day, because we saw the strengths of Núñez on display. His pressing was relentless, his energy, like he seemed to fit almost faultlessly to a point. And there's a lot of people now suggesting, look, he could be here next season. He could be this could be the revelation. We saw him score a hat-trick against RB Leipzig in the season we signed him. But in all honesty, I thought he was stand out in that match. He looked really, really composed. And it's amazing to see just how fluent everything is, the movement. No one seemed to have position. Chiesa going out onto the left looked really good, and Gamoa was happy coming inside. Núñez was going out wide. Like, there's such a fluidity to the way that we're attacking, and it's incredible to me just how well everyone's managed to gel together in the time that they have. And like Ben said, we haven't even had Verts come in yet. Like, it's only going to get better, and I'm just... Maybe it's just everything that's happened recently. And obviously, the beginning of the match, we saw the wonderful celebrations that we did, but this just felt like such a special occasion. If you go back a year or two and think, oh, Preston pre-season, you know, it is what it is, pre-season game. The excitement that I felt just for getting us to getting to watch us kick a football again, mate, I was over the moon. So, yeah, really, really happy with what I saw, to be honest.
Guys, as usual, beautiful, brilliant support. Even though we've been a week away, I think there's about close to coming up to 4,000 watching on Twitter, 400 on YouTube. Brilliant. I don't know how many on Facebook. I don't even check Facebook anymore. I don't know if you guys do. I'm sure you guys do, actually. Mike definitely
Didn't even know it was still a thing.
Yeah, Mike definitely.
Get out of here.
Liar.
Ben, I come to Scouse Mo. Welsh Mo, I beg your pardon. Scouse Mo in the building today. Welsh Mo, I know Lewis has touched on Nunez, but I wanted to sort of focus on maybe another aspect of is he staying, is he going, what's the future for him? Chiesa, given a start, a very rare start, I know it's not a game to say did he do enough to think there's any shift in thought or anything like that, but was there anything?
I just think shop window start that was for me. Like, you can play 90 minutes now, that kind of thing. You know, we can start him now. And he's fit, you know. And I just think, we'll see a lot more of him in the next few pre-seasons, probably games as well, purely just to get him in the shop window. And that's my belief. I just don't think Slot fancies him for some reason, and I think there's other players he'd rather get in. And that, I may be wrong, but that's just what I took out of it. He didn't. There was some nice touches, but I just think he looked a bit off the pace a little bit, like pace wise. He's lost his pace a little bit, isn't he, from his injuries? But yeah, I just think he was in the shop window myself.
If he was in the shop window, well, we know Nunez. I guess we people have been telling us Bomba, Nunez Bomba. Where is it? Where's it going? Nunez Bomba. AR Tizzy says.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mo tells us what the bomber was. Napoli have informed Liverpool tonight that Darwin Nunez can be considered off. Nunez is still expected to leave LFC this summer, but just not to Napoli. Yeah. Mike, you watching Nunez the other day. What did you have any mixed emotions?
I had
did you think Rimatanda? What are you saying?
No, listen. You know what I thought back to, Grizz? All of us in here can remember it. Do you remember when Lucas Leiva cut his hair and then suddenly became brilliant? I remember in my head, I was looking at Nunez and I was like, I'm going to get absolutely sucked in here. I know I am. And I did absolutely. Until the final whistle, I was sitting there going, I could do one more season. I could see myself. Maybe Verts could unlock him. No, but no, genuinely, I think, listen, it's time to wash our hands. And I honestly think it'll be good for him too. I think he's one of those players that, not similar to, but I think of players like Iago Aspas or maybe Luis Alberto, where clearly players that had quality did not work at Liverpool. They went elsewhere, went to a different league, and it landed. And I think the Italian league, to be honest, I even think the Spanish league would be really good for him. I do think maybe a Saudi trip is what will end up happening, just because of the money involved. But it wouldn't surprise me if he did 6 months there and then moved to Italy or Spain.
Yeah, I mean, that's what seems to be the consensus right now, guys. Napoli were never going to be able to sort of raise that type of funds, that money. And then it's over to Saudi. But I think the complication, Ben, with the Saudi stuff is, and we'll get on to sort of Diaz's situation as well. I don't know about you guys, but do you see Nunez wanting to go to Saudi? I think Napoli would have been the move for him, right?
Yeah,
he was open in January. Sorry to cut across, Ben. He was open to it in January. That's one thing I would keep in mind. He was open to Saudi in January, but Sorry, Ben, go ahead.
No, that's fair enough. I forgot about that, to be honest, Mike. But I did feel like that is probably the move that he wanted out of all of the clubs that are available, and it's probably not sport for choice, and there's probably only a few clubs that he could go to right now. But at the end of the day, right, I don't think he's great, and I don't think he's been great. He's had great moments and stuff, and he's been hot and cold, whatever. But I still like him as a person. I still think he's great. I still shout his name when I'm at the match and stuff like that. So ultimately, as a human being, I do hope that he gets what he wants, like, ultimately. But at the end of the day, if Napoli is the team he wanted and they can't cough up the cash, it looks like at this moment he is going to have to go to Saudi. And you know what? He could probably just go there for a year or 2 seasons.
Like Michael said, yeah, Mike said the same. Yeah,
28, would he be? Maybe 29 at that point. Still young enough to go and do something in Europe. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate the way that, you know, we were so desperate to make this signing happen and for it to end the way it's ended. But I think, like Mike said, you know, it's just time to sort of cut our ties. You know, it's not worked for him. It's not worked for the club. We invested a lot of money, and if we wait any later, we're not going to get anywhere near as much money as we can now. So, yeah, it's just best for both parties. I think for him mentally as well, you know, the constant online stick that he gets from a certain section of the fan base is not right. And, you know, I don't care who the player is, how bad they might perform. When they put on that red shirt, they're one of us, you know, you back them. And other clubs might do this DMing the players with, you know, nonsense and abuse and stuff like that, but that's not us. And yeah, so for him mentally seeing that sort of thing, yeah,